Hello everybody, we're back on Valheim today. Majority of this video will be checking out progress in game, and also I'll be doing some building. But here's things from the ocean view here. Uh, we're looking at Lord Bafford's Manor here from the road view. We'll try to start every video from here just to be consistent with how the progress is going. So, since the last video, I went ahead and decked out this corner building. Again, these are all just supposed to be aesthetic. Some of them have some function, or will have some function, and most will not. Sadly, that'll all be covered up by this face that we'll maybe try and build majority of today. And I pimped out the front of this entrance now to look more like the game picture. Here it is. I'll bring it on screen real quick. This one you should be familiar with by now. There she is. And here we are. Kind of this angle. Super excited. There's so many things that match the actual game because it's such an old game, and this is how advanced technologies come to where you can almost create things one-to-one in a game. As you've noticed, I went ahead and cleared all the ground. Left a couple of these rocks up, but it's all cleared. Footprint. Still working on trying to find dead center here. I think it's right on this little block. I have more to frame on the ground. I want to do that. I want to frame and do the footing. Can work on the perimeter wall. That's a little monotonous, but we can do a little bit of that. But, yeah. I think we should start out by finishing up some of these building faces here. What's that say? 30 meters. This one will be in regular stone. So it'll go stone, wood, stone again, black marble, and then stone here. And of course this whole part will be stone. We could go ahead and do that now. This is one of my first builds that I'm not doing in true survival. What I'm doing is I have an alternate save. I know this is going to sound ridiculous to some people, but I get on the alternate save. I switch it to hammer mode. I create piles of rock and wood. Then turn hammer mode back off. Hop out. Or hop back in and delete all the items, all the piles, to get all the materials I need. That's what I've been trying anyhow. I have gone into free creative mode where you can fly around and all that. I just first of all, I don't want to do any modifiers on this map because this is my vanilla map, and didn't want to have something come back around and say, oh, as long as you've not added any modifiers, you can, this feature will still unlock. I want to keep it vanilla, basically. So, I'm going to try to be true to that. And I have other maps that I'll be able to do more free hammer mode stuff on. It's easy enough to just use that method I described to get stuff, so it's not a big deal. Not a lot of rhyme or reason to this. I do like to go and break it up like that. Stagger it somewhat. Not always successful at that, but I do like staggering it when I think of it and when I can. There, that's looking good. I think I want to do something a little different with this one, like maybe make a recessed doorway. More recessed than what I would normally make. I want to start taking advantage of those little cabinet doors that you can build to make some window, like some shutters or whatever you want to describe those things as, these little guys. Maybe I'll put some of those in now. This is kind of like the Bob Ross style video here. What I really want to do is that. Yeah, we'll put it on there. That's cool. Yeah, the old games were designed where it was all very blocky looking, and I'm okay with that because that's exactly what this game does best. 100%. Oh yeah. Couldn't have done any better. I guess I didn't really show off in here. Neat little plant of this tree. This building kind of strikes me as like maybe a outpost you can see down the road. It's kind of like maybe if you imagine the barracks being somewhere nearby, this is where everyone would kind of muster for the day. I would imagine. I come back and redo this later, but sometimes I'll put some crops in around those. I'm really excited for the vines they're adding in Ashlands, man. My 2 items, well I have probably 3 major items I want. One being trapdoors. Like some kind of trapdoor, come on, they have them with mods. And just maybe even 2 sizes, or one like a metal grate trapdoor and one like maybe a false wood trapdoor. How many times have you needed to put a trapdoor like for an attic or something in one of your builds? It's just like But trapdoor, and also, you know when you get on the boat and there's that mechanic where you click on the little ladder if you're in the water and it like bumps you up there? Why can't we have even like a 2-meter ladder to do that? Like, come on. I need a little ladder. I think that would be amazing, especially for like this little marble pool I'm gonna be making in this build. It'd be fun. Just a way to hop up out of the pool in case there's no way to get out. Which in this pool there really isn't gonna be. I've gotten trapped on somebody's server like that before, and I think I just died in the early days and let my stuff rot. I had fallen in a pool and there was a warden, one of the little warden things, blocking me from my friend from coming and building a stairwell to get me out of the pool, because she also did not have access. She had let someone on her server and made this intricate build, and we were checking it out, and of course I jumped in the koi pond, and you know, it's like she's trying to fish me out, and I died. I don't think we ever played together again after that, but shout out to her. It was fun anyway. Looking pretty cool. Let's work on this thing. This thing just bugs me. What am I gonna do with this? Let's do let's do like, maybe the windows are a little lower on this building. We can have them on both sides. Or not. We'll just do the one side. maybe they're actually flush, so kind of goes with the maybe the cheaper looking quality of building here. Doesn't have to be all fancy. This is kind of like the poor guy's house. I am going to sleep. I'm not wet. Your mother. I don't want to rush this, but I can always come back, make minor adjustments. It's always an important thought. Nothing is ever final in building on here. Nothing. Remember that. If you want to keep your sanity. So I was thinking of my top 5 games, and how this is definitely top 5. Thief 1 and 2. Talked about this in the first video. Top 5. EverQuest, I said top 5. I've had time to kind of think about the other 2 that I would consider. Who's with me on this? I've got like 5 or 6 runner-ups for the last 2 spots, and no one's gonna be exactly the same on favorites. But I was thinking how influential. I gotta be honest here. I've really enjoyed the Pokemon series in my life, even as an adult. And particularly making different teams, a new team each generation that I play throughout the game and then play competitively with, arguably. Double battles are my thing. Non-legendary types, if I can help it. But just, you know, the only reason that that series is not like a 100% for sure top 5 is because I've got a real love-hate relationship with the way they've handled things lately. It's just not it's not like a 100% man, they knocked it out of the park kind of feeling anymore. It's just very frustrating the way they run their business sometimes, and the choices they make on gameplay. So I think a lot of people agree it had a chance, and the most promising aspect is probably the new Arceus and Zygarde series games, and how promising they've been for people. I didn't play Arceus, but I am gonna play Zygarde. As far as I'm concerned, I am interested in it. But yeah, that would be a contender. Also, Final Fantasy, they've all pretty much got the same formula. I've got my favorites. Definitely a contender there. The ones I've completed the games are 7, 12, and 10. I've tried to beat 9 multiple times. But yeah, that's a contender. Also, Halo. Halo's a contender. all the fun I had back in the day with linking up with friends. Oh man, that was a blast. You know, it's like, who would understand that experience now? Like, if you didn't do it back then, no one's gonna really recognize what that meant to people back then. But another love-hate deal there, not necessarily, but a reason it's not a 100% is because I didn't really play. I played 3. I think I want to say I beat 3. I borrowed like a 360 to beat it, but I never played beyond that. No, I haven't really. I have never owned anything beyond a regular Xbox. As part of the problem. That's probably crazy to hear, but lost touch with consoles. Straight up, flat out. I've really lost touch with consoles, and that's okay. And I'm not mad at them. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do there. Let me finish this roof first. But, so yeah, also, Ocarina of Time, a contender. Love Zelda series. I've tried so many times to go back and beat daggone Twilight Princess. I own it, and I own a Wii. It's just, man, I just get so distracted playing that, and I never finish it. Yeah, those are the okay. The last one that I had thought of, Age of Empires. So I have like 4 or 5 contenders here. Age of Empires 2 specifically. Like, man, what a fun game! How I can still get on that, and like it's a time warp, and like 2 hours later, I'm like finishing a campaign. I'm like, where did that go? It seemed like 10 minutes. So I love that game. Man, I love that game. What else? Yeah, the Viking Arch isn't very thiefy. But yeah. Tangent, but necessary. Everything about those games too. They're all kind of unique in their type, what type of game they are. Don't know that I'm feeling this. These. Okay. Maybe I will just do that for now on that. Okay. Digging it. Let's look at it from here. Good. He's good. He's real good. So, maybe we'll kind of start to summarize this particular video. Yeah, the ground's cleared. Plenty to do. I can't record this entire build, so I am doing some stuff off camera. I'll just update you guys with that initial walkthrough every video. So, nothing really to show you on Thief today. Until we really get into the insides of the building, that's where it's going to take a lot of analyzing what to do. Where the columns go, where the corners are, where the walls turn, that sort of thing. Where to put furniture. There's a kitchen on the first floor. I mentioned the pool, it's on the first floor. Man, oh man, that's gonna be the fun stuff. That's the stuff that all goes fast. It's this planning and structural stuff that takes forever. Well, a lot of people watched my first video. My second one, maybe it'll catch on. And then this will be number 3. So thanks for watching. Hope everybody's having a good spring. Watch out for them earthquakes. 2024. Alright. Well, let's see you guys later.